So actually, we as a consumer, we don't
Are you
really
aware
know
of the
that.
average fee per unit?
All of you are kings and queens in your own home, with your own throne, and you can sit up and decide and let the business continue to woo you.
Welcome to another edition of Consumer Voice, the platform of the CPC that tells you all about your rights as a consumer and how to enforce them whenever you feel they have been breached. As the nation's apex consumer protection agency, the CPC has a broad mandate to protect consumers from fraud and deception in the marketplace. And one of the major areas of consumer complaints to CPC is in entering into sales or service agreements by deceptive advertisements. As we all know, advertisements and sale promotions are tools used by businesses to sell their products and services. Given the wide range of products and services that exist in today's marketplace, there's no denying the fact that advertising and sales promotion have come to stay. However, all advertisements and sale promotions are expected to be legal, decent, and honest. You have the right to receive accurate and truthful messages about the products and services you buy, because this will enable you as a consumer make an informed decision. In this episode, our topic of today is the advertisements and sales promotion, what you need to know. Also, we'll bring you CPC's activities and updates, Consumer of the Week, and our social media feedback. But first, we'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll go straight to our discussion segments. Stay with us. Welcome back. Today I have with me in the studio Mr. Andaje Ijagu, Public Relations Officer here at the CPC. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
We all assume that we know what an advertisement is, but many consumers may mistake an advertisement for a sale promotion. How would you differentiate the two?
Well, both advertisement and sales promotion are marketing tools used by producers and service providers.
Okay.
But there is a marked difference between the two. The difference is that advertisement is used by producers and service providers to draw attention to the positive attributes of their products and services. They try to call the attention of the consumer to their products or services. And usually, they use advertising when maybe they are introducing a new product into the market.
Okay.
And if the product is not new and there is stiff competition, for instance, they also use advertising to actually prop up the popularity and image of the product or service.
Okay, so advertisement comes in various forms.
Yes, but sales promotion, which is the other leg of it that is actually usually confused with advertising, provides a range of additional benefits to the consumers.
So advertisement comes in various formats. Would you describe the labeling of a product as an advert?
Yes, because they're actually talking, usually you want to project the positive attributes of your product. So by that, you would be advertising your product.
So the crux of today's conversation is deceptive advertisement. That's what we're here for. What would you call a deceptive advertisement or sale promotion?
What I would refer to as either a deceptive advertisement or sales promotion is when you go outright with the intention of deceiving the consumer.
Okay.
And then all your creativity and whatever you do around either the advertisement or sales promotion would be aimed at deceiving the consumer.
Okay, so let me paint a scenario. Let's bring this home. I saw an advert on TV that said if I used a particular soap, it would clear out my acne. However, the face of the soap, so usually they use very pretty ladies with really good skin. The face of that soap is a lady that has never really used that product. You know, would you classify that as a deceptive advertisement?
Well, the fact that the lady hasn't ever used the product will not make me classify it as deceptive advertisement.
Okay.
What would rather make me regard it as deceptive advertisement is when you portray that your acne would go if I use this product. And then after the consumer must have used that product, the acne remains.
Okay.
In that kind of situation, you would have deceived the consumer.
How about a situation of exaggerated advertisement? I walk into a restaurant that I have heard over the radio sell the best steak in the world. But I get there and I've had much better steak. Would that classify as a deceptive advertisement, or what do you think?
Well, in the Nigerian situation, regulators actually frown at the use of superlatives.
Okay.
Like the best this, the best that, and all of that. Because usually when advertisers use such superlatives, it may not necessarily be that they have any scientific proof that they are actually the best. So in such situations, you may not have an advertisement in Nigeria. But in case it comes up, okay, you should be satisfied that the regulators, which at this point also include the CPC, APCON, and all of these other bodies, would have satisfied themselves that possibly a certifying body would have acclaimed the person's product to be the best in the market. Okay. And there would be everything to substantiate such claims.
Okay, so the issue would really be that prior to the advert coming into the marketplace, there's some sort of accreditation that is given for that advert to come out to the open. Okay, but can you have a situation, you know, you've just painted the Nigerian scenario, but can you have a situation where the advert is misleading, even after all the accreditation that you have given, prior to the product coming into the marketplace?
Yes, advertisements have been misleading in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes, and I would give you an example. A given company comes up to say, okay, if you recharge maybe your phone, maybe a telecom company, to say if you recharge your phone to the tune of, say, 2,000 naira this weekend, you would get double the recharge. Okay. And he doesn't explain on this face of that advert what the terms and conditions are. But he rather refers you by saying terms and conditions apply. So he refers you to a given terms and conditions that consumers usually do not go back to read. So in that kind of, and then you wake up on a Monday morning, for instance, in that situation now, and then you want to make a call, and from the other end, the computer tells you that you do not have enough credit to actually place a call. And then you get across to the customer service that tells you that, oh, sorry, the 4,000 naira credit that you had over the weekend can only be used during that weekend. Okay. That it has to be wiped out the Monday of the following week. Okay. Certainly that would have been misleading. Okay. But it's also partly because the consumer will not have had time to read the terms and conditions. Because the man would have given a caveat to say terms and conditions apply. Okay.
Are there laws or regulations that govern the issue of deceptive or misleading adverts in Nigeria?
Yeah. The first is the CPC Act.
Okay.
Which actually prohibits anybody from putting up information that are either false or that could cause the consumer either a loss or an injury. Okay. So that's, I'm sure, the first safeguard that consumers have. Okay. We also have sister agencies like the APCON, okay, that controls advertisement in all its ramifications.
Okay. Let me stop you there. I have someone from the Consumer Protection Council coming to discuss with us the role of the CPC. But thank you very much for being on the program. I hope we'll see you again. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll be looking at the role of CPC as it relates to advertisements and sale promotion. Stay with us.